Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Klaus or Claus. I think it's Klaus. Anyway, this is the Klaus and the Crying Snowman. Now, I want you to stop for a second and think: why would a snowman be crying? Really think about it. Written by Grant Morrison, illustrated by Dan Mora, letters by Ed Duckshire, and covered by Dan Mora. The variant cover is also by Dan Mora, so you're going to get a couple of Dan Moras in here. Unlocked retailer variant cover by Humberto Ramos with colors by Edgar Delgado, and one per store variant covers by Humberto Ramos. Designer Scott Newman. So, and of course, Klaus was created by Grant Morrison. This is, as should be expected, a gorgeous, beautiful comic book. It is illustrated better than most comic books you could possibly imagine. It is at the same time extremely imaginative. The story, oh man, let me just put it this way. I introduced my son, my 5-year-old son, my oldest boy, to the wonderful world of Frosty the Snowman. All right, I haven't shown him Frosty Returns yet, but Frosty the Snowman, that old cartoon from way, way back in the day. I don't remember when that movie came out, but I remember when I was a boy seeing it, it felt dated even then. And yet, he sat down and watched this, and he wanted to rewatch it. Like, it's free on YouTube. Pretty good copies, too, you know? And just over and over again, across multiple days, he loves this stupid cartoon. Much like I did, but I didn't have the benefit of YouTube or the internet or anything like that back when I was a kid. It was just, oh yeah, so apparently TV Guide is saying it's going to be on. Most of you probably don't even know what TV Guide is, man. Let me tell you something. This was a beautiful comic book, all right? Why do I bring up Frosty the Snowman? Because clearly this is made off of that. However, it's a little bit different. This snowman has a human soul inside, a human soul that was bad, a human soul that was naughty. And what is Klaus's best power? Knowing the difference between who is naughty and nice. This is a beautiful story. I seriously doubt anybody's going to read this and not like this, all right? Especially if you're older, especially if you're like, around my age. If you're you're close to, I'm 43. So roundabout way, whatever, early to mid 40s, man. This is a great comic book. Even sick as I am, I could not stop reading this comic book. I went back and looked over multiple parts just to make sure I was right. My God, what a gorgeous, beautiful comic book this is. Oh, man. Like, you know what? This is one of those comic books that once in a while you'll find that moron who never read a comic book before or forgot what comic books really were or never understood what they were. What the heck is that moron's name? Bill Maher, all right? The other a-hole from Jersey. Yeah, if you're a Bill Maher or, a comic skater who doesn't really know the true meaning of comic books and what they've always represented throughout the history of comic books, like since the beginning of comic books, what they've always represented, the things that these kinds of people think that they're not, either they're not literary or they're not meant to represent the common man and to seek to help out the downtrodden, the people who don't understand the true spirit of comic books because they've got, I don't know, something stuck in their brains because they're dunderblusses. Yeah, I'm sick, so hard to hold any of that stuff out. All you people suck. Yeah, this is one of those comic books that I would show somebody like that if I even felt that they were worth my time and say, look at this. This is the true spirit of comic books. Forget the spirit of Christmas, man. This is the spirit of comic books. This is a good comic book. This is something that can be made into a movie. And people, young and old, male and female, gay and straight, black and white, whatever, would just cry over reading this kind of a book because it's a beautiful book. Man, you're not going to find a better book than a story about redemption. Man, if you're not buying this comic book, get any cover you want, any cover you need so you can get a hold of this book and read this book, dude. This is real talk. This is an awesome book. This is why can't comic books become New York Times bestsellers? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying much. Just saying that. Just saying. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.